Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Chapter 18, Greek Vocabulary of Black African Origin. Inventory of Negro-African Roots in Classical Greek. Method to follow. It is necessary, first, to recall some important facts that will help to illustrate our spiritual endeavor. The Greek language has adopted some words that are neither Indo-European nor Semitic. They come from a language that is perhaps more ancient than the Cretan language. In any case, the Cretans and the Mycenaeans had used them. We know with certainty that Pythagoras, who spent 22 years in Egypt in order to be initiated by the Egyptian priests, Plato and Eudoxus, 13 years, Democritus, 5 years, and many others received their training in the Pharaonic language, which was that of the priests, their teachers, all the more so because in those periods the insignificance of Greece in all domains rendered the necessity for the Egyptian priests to learn Greek absurd. Thus, Diogenes Laertius tells us that Pythagoras learned the Egyptian language, as Antiphon tells us in his book on men of exceptional merit. With Strabo, we know that the translation of Egyptian works into Greek had become commonplace, and that Eudoxus, in particular, did several translations of this kind. See page 345. This fact is again confirmed by the statement by Diogenes Laertius. Eratosthenes is his writings to Beto tells us that he, Eudoxus, composed the dialogues of dogs. Others say that they were written by the Egyptians in their own language, and that he translated and published them in Greece. These facts were so obvious to the Greeks themselves that Diodorus of Sicily from antiquity tried to establish a list of Greek words of Egyptian origin. These translations not only existed, but based on an essential difference between the Greek and Pharaonic languages, the Egyptians were already warning against the deformations and the obfuscations that these translations would ultimately engender. Thus, Hermes, my master, in the frequent talks that he held with me, had the habit of telling me that those who would read my books would find their content very simple and clear, whereas on the contrary, the content is obscure and hides the true meaning of the words, and that it will become even more obscure later when the Greeks will get it in their heads to translate it from our language into theirs, which will lead to a complete distortion of the text and to its total obscurity. On the other hand, expressed in the original language, this discourse conserves in all clarity the meaning of the words, and in fact, even the peculiarity of the sound and the proper intonation of the Egyptian terms, retain in themselves the energy of the things that are being said. We'll pause right here. continue back with the final chapter, final two readings of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel Riley. Hi, Sark.